Guys, look at me. All right, look at me. I'm in a hostel right now, and I'm having the best time of my life. I look like this on camera, but I'm having the best time in life. Now, obviously, I don't give a fuck what anyone thinks about me, because I have the communication. I have the lifestyle. I have a better lifestyle than yesterday. That is my inspiration. My inspiration is to lead. My inspiration is to become better. My inspiration are the people who got me here. Who's that? It's all the people I've met in the past. That doesn't mean that I go back. It doesn't mean that I go back to them. It means that I push forward and meet new people. It means that who I started off with is not who I end with. Okay? Guys, never be in one community all your life. Never be in one society. Go out and explore different cultures. And now when you hear explore different cultures, what this means is go out into the world and explore. Say you're in Australia, you've been in Sydney for 25 years like I have. When you move to Melbourne, just to travel to Melbourne, you're going to experience a new culture. Melbourne is a new culture. Melbourne is a new tradition. So when people say, go out and explore new cultures and traditions, that's the same shit. So you just go and you go to Darwin. That's a new culture. It's a new tradition. It's a new way of life. You go overseas to a different country. It's a new culture, new tradition, new way of life. You go to a different suburb or town in your local area that you've never been to. It's a different lifestyle. Yes, same country, different lifestyle. Okay? Why is it different? Because there's so many similarities and also comparisons, pros and cons. Those are your culture, perspectives, and traditional ways. The only cultural and society's, what's it called? Culture is the different cities in the world. Now, base your traditions and cultural perspectives based on different suburbs of everywhere that you can go. That's it, nothing else. That's how you understand what people are talking about. Okay, because for a long time I was confused. All right. Now, every single thing that you do in life is important. Now, the people who are you with today are letting you down. They're letting you down. You want to be going traveling, mate. You don't want to just be with those people. You want to travel. Now, if you have a wife, if you have a kid, you have to take them with you. Leave everyone else behind. That's the best way to do it. Oh, but what about my dad? Leave him behind. Well, what about him? What can you do about it? You got a life as well. You have to be able to lead yourself into a better lifestyle. For your dad, not for yourself. No, I mean for yourself, not for your dad. Always for yourself. Put yourself first. Sorry about that, but I had to repeat that. For myself also. But guys, make sure that you're moving away from your family. Okay? If you have a girlfriend in the same city as you, take her with you. If she's that serious about you, she'll go with you on the spot. And if she doesn't want to go, then you're not going to wait for her. Seriously, guys, let's be real. Let's be real. Guys, if you want to travel the world, you cannot just be with someone who doesn't want to leave. Okay? Too bad. Too bad. Find another woman. Find another man. You cannot be with someone who's going to drag you into that destination that you want to get out from. Okay? Guys, happiness is moving in a different direction. That's all you have to know. What you're doing today, do something different. That's what Tony Robbins says. He's my inspiration, guys. Tony Robbins, this guy, I emulate him. I do what he does. I listen. Do you know how I listen? I listen and I take action about what he says. I listen so seriously. I listen seriously. I go to his seminars. I went to one of his seminars. He changed my life. Guys, I'm here today because I take action. I do something different. Today, I'm doing something totally different every single day. Do you know why? And that's what gets me forward. It gets me forward to do something different. I cannot just be here. I have to do something different. I have to do something different. Tomorrow, I have to do something different. I have to do something different every single day for the next 50 years. Do you understand that? You cannot be doing the same thing over and over. You have to experiment and you have to do things differently. It's only by adapting. It's only by doing things differently. Adapting is a way to do things differently. You have to adapt, 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 change, change, change. Change your perspective every single day. Change, adapt, and perspective. Change, adapt, and do things differently is all the same thing. Changing is the same thing as doing things differently. Adapting is the same thing as changing. Okay, so when I say change, change, change every single day, do things differently, do things differently, do things differently every single day, adapt, adapt, adapt every single day, it's the same thing. Okay, so let's just put that into perspective. Guys, your whole life you must be adapting. You must be doing things differently. That's the only way you move forward. If you're in the same crowd for the next year, who knows what you're doing? All right, you may be improving, but you're still in the same crowd and you must change that. You must change the crowd where you're hanging around, all right? If you're still going clubbing after 5 years, you haven't changed anything in terms of clubbing. You have to change it. You have to do something different, okay? Keep thinking differently, all right? Keep rotating that cycle and making sure that you can adapt faster and faster, faster and faster, faster and faster, and keep that propeller going, all right? Keep the propeller going, adapting, adapting, adapting. That's how you learn. The propeller is doing things differently, all right? You're changing, 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 changing. That's how you become more effective. It's a propeller, yeah? Make it spin every single day, doing something different, yeah? Eventually, guess what? This is what happens. You're learning faster. You're adapting faster. Do you know why? Do you know why you're adapting faster? Because you've been doing it over and over again for 5 years. This is what happens at 10 years. This is what happened. At 20 years, you're flying. You're flying in 20 years. You know, you're flying through the sky because that's how fast you adapt. You're living your dreams. You're flying on your dreams, man. Make that propeller spin, man. Make it spin, all right? Throw a little twister. Make it spin, all right? Do one of those Beyblades, actual Beyblades. Beyblades. Make that helicopter spin, all right? Make it spin. See how I changed my wording, right? This is doing things differently. This is communicating differently. This is how I learn and grow. I communicate differently every single time. You'll never hear me say the same words over again because that's how fast I spin, baby. I spin like this. I do things differently all the time. Do you know why? Because I'm unshakable. I do things differently, like this. See? That's another way to say it. I always change, always adapt to new ways of thinking. That's how you grow. That is how you become the new age. All right? The more you spin like this, the less you become caveman. All right? Guys, Zodiacs, I hope you enjoyed this video. Keep this spinning, all right? Keep it spinning. And make sure that, as Grant Cardone says, appreciation, Superman. Make sure you're flying into the air. Yeah? And what he means is, in real estate, when depreciation happens and cash flow happens, Superman. You know why? Because depreciation on your real estate never affects your cash flow, baby. That's what he means. You may find that attractive or not, but it's the same way of life in terms of adapting. Once you adapt, it's appreciation all the time because adapting leads to cash flow. All right? Adapting is cash flow. Changing your perspective every single day and doing things differently is cash flow. It's appreciation. It's Superman. All right? It's getting your propeller up into the air. It's getting your propeller up into the air so that you're flying like Superman. Yeah? Zodiacs, go and do that.